Even though this trial is pretty salacious, it's about an affair, a cover-up, National Enquirer, the fundamental crimes that are being alleged are accounting crimes. They're the falsification of business records. They brought in these accounting folks from the Trump organization to have them explain, one, how the accounting processes worked, the literal software they use, the way they process checks to be cashed, and also how it specifically worked in the case of payments to Michael Cohen, who in turn was paying off Stormy Daniels. Deborah Tarasoff she's still working for the Trump organization, and she's been there for a long time. She's in charge of accounts payable. Basically, she said all the checks that go out, whether from Trump's personal account or his trust or any of the entities under the umbrella of the Trump organization, they passed one way or the other through her office. At one point, they even had her describe the physical process of getting checks to the White House for Trump to sign and then get back to the Trump organization. She said they used FedEx, and they came back with Trump's big, bold, Sharpie signature on them, and she recognized it from all her years working for him, so she knew it was his signature. So basically, putting the tiny little details together like that in order to show to the jury Trump knew about these payments, he was personally responsible for them, and that they were categorized in the Trump organization's accounting system as legal payments for Michael Cohen, even though prosecutors allege they were hush money payments for Stormy Daniels. Tarasoff, who is in charge of accounts payable, described it as a family business. And I think that's true. Not only does Trump have his kids working on various parts of his business, but also even the people who aren't related to the Trump family, but who are in positions of power. It's a pretty small group of people that run this company. And so prosecutors, it seemed like they were trying to show the jury things that happen at the top of the Trump organization. A lot of the time they happen with Donald Trump's specific knowledge. And so the defense will try to say, well, Trump didn't know about how these checks were being categorized. He didn't know that they were being miscategorized, which is the crime alleged here. And prosecutors are trying to show, listen, this is basically a family business, even though it has all this pomp and circumstance and the Trump celebrity. And so they're trying to argue there's no way that these business records could have allegedly been falsified without Trump's knowledge. What we've seen from the Trump defense is an effort to distance him from all of this, to say, well, he wasn't involved with writing specific checks. He didn't categorize the payments this way or that way. He talked with a lot of his business relationships, the way he talked about these payments to Michael Cohen. So it's an effort to deny, to distance, to get caught up in the technical stuff about, do we know how long Michael Cohen's phone that was used as evidence was sitting in an evidence locker? Could someone have tampered with it? So it's a lot of sort of classic defense techniques of trying to muddy the water in the jury's mind. And so the question for prosecutors and the question for this jury is, how clear is the connection between these alleged falsified business records and Donald Trump's specific knowledge and intent? And so that's what we're going to have to see for the remaining few weeks of this trial.